Hi, I'm Professor Seth Freeman, and that book on behind my shoulder is a closing binder from a deal that is typical of the scale of transaction that you often face in business law, corporate law. The kind of work that I've done for a number of years before I began my own practice as a professor. Um, and one of the things that you find in dealing with transactional law is that the sheer complexity of the matters can be rather bewildering, but also dealing with the clients can be a completely new and curious experience, especially if you've never met one before, as was certainly my case in law school, which is one of the many reasons why I am so enthusiastic about our course, Negotiating Complex Transactions, Law and Business, which we offer over at NYU Stern on Zoom this semester. And we there bring together future lawyers, that's you, and future clients, MBA students. And together we trace out the entire life story of a company. And from beginning, formation, financing, litigation, bankruptcy, and beyond. And in the course of it, students acquire not just an ability to understand how these kinds of transactions can happen, but how to do them wisely and well. And in the course of it, create real value for clients, which is critical to your future. It can seem like the wise thing to do as things change in business practice, business law practice, is to focus on tried and true fields, and that may very well be useful and wise, but the field is changing very strongly. And one of the things we're finding is the technology is increasingly making basic bread and butter transactional work that earlier generations of lawyers did to bone up and become skilled. That is no longer going to be available to young lawyers because it's simply being replaced by computers, to the point JP Morgan Chase announced in 2018 that they had come up with artificial intelligence software that can review contracts in a matter of minutes that would have taken lawyers 320,000 hours to do. So that can be a scary prospect, or it can be an opportunity. And the opportunity here is to distinguish ourselves as value creators, to know that it's much more than just papering a deal, as a previous generation of lawyers thought corporate law consisted of, but rather to do much more, to create value, which friends of mine who are indeed clients will tell you is what they most want their lawyers to be able to do. And in our course, you actually develop that ability in very specific practical ways. And it's much fun along the way because you're actually learning by doing, you're doing transactions, you're drafting a contract, often the first time my law students have had that prospect, and you're actually encountering your future clients who often seem at first as if they're speaking another language, but by the end, you know how to work and deal with them and collaborate with them and perhaps build relationships that can last long beyond it. As you can probably tell, I'm really excited and enthusiastic about the course. I welcome your questions and I invite you to register for the course now. My email address for your reference is sf14@nyu.edu, and I look forward to seeing you there. All good things.